Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the Danny Ruel channel. Today, I'm going to be making a recipe of blackened shrimp with grits and cheese. Now, when I was younger, I would always use this, right? So today, I'm going to show you how to put together all the spices for blackened seasoning. And it's the better way to do it, in my opinion. It always comes out so tasty when you put all your ingredients together. And then, especially if you're doing it for your family, you do it with love. You know what I'm saying? Come up, you want to eat and love. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I clean my shrimps. So I got some raw shrimps. Supposed to be already clean. You see they cut the back? I always take all the shells off, all of it, everything off, because I like to eat the whole shrimp. But I don't like no lines in my shrimp, even in no kind of vein. I don't like that. So I take my time, cut it out. I cut that out too. I ain't with the shit, yo. The people who supposedly, clean this stuff, they ain't got no love for you or your family. That's why I like to cook most of my food on my own. Because at least I know for a fact what I'm doing with my food. See that? I take the line out both sides, and I take the shell all the way off, and I take the line out. However you want to do it. I mean, people be eating their food. However, I don't know, how people like to prepare all their food. But for me, when it comes to like shrimps, things like that, I rarely eat shrimps outside the house. I rarely eat out because I know, people don't cook food with love. They're not really caring about you. Like, you ever go to the Chinese restaurant, you ever see what they're eating as opposed to what they're feeding us? So, and they say that there's nothing wrong with eating this part of the shrimp. But get all of that out before you feed it to your family. Wash off your shrimps. Sit your shrimp in water. Get everything out of there before you feed it to yourself or to your family. This is just for me. I see this meal. Chloe doesn't really like grits, and she doesn't like shrimp. I know what you're saying. Maybe when she gets older, she'll like it though. There's a lot of things I didn't like when I was younger that I like as I got older. Like okra, I didn't like okra I liked okra as a kid. I guess that's how I got so fat, you know what I'm saying? I like eating. And I like soul food, and I like southern food. This is a Creole dish. Let's see how many shrimps I got. 1, 2, 3. I think I got one more to go. Yep, I clean this out from the inside out. They split it and be like, oh look, we cleaned it, but then it's got this vein on the bottom, and I'm like, what the hell is that? What's in there? All the holy books and stuff say we're not supposed to eat this food, but hey man, I like shrimps, so I clean it out both sides. And that's just funny because I had an older woman, my aunt, she taught me
how to clean shrimps. You know what I'm saying? And she always said, yo, you clean both of them sides out. So I never understood when people say, oh, the shrimp is clean and clean out only one side. What is that? You know, maybe if you know what it is in the comments from the bottom side of the shrimp, what that is in there, let me know. Okay, there we go. It's clean. Oh, look at that. I had another one in here that I didn't do. I thought I did it. I did all of them. Here's the last one. Maybe you can see. You see that little vein on the inside? See that? Maybe you could tell me what that is. Why is it okay for us to eat that? You know, why do they say it's okay for us to eat that? I know we're not supposed to eat shrimp at all, but I clean shit out. And it's only shrimp meat. Shrimp meat only. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So of course, if you want to be easy, I used to use this all the time, Old Bay, but no. Okay, we're not doing that today. We're gonna mix our dry ingredients in my little cup again. Right? So first of all, smoked paprika. Gonna take a teaspoon. That might be too much. I'm only making a little bit, but about a half a teaspoon I'll use. Smoked paprika. Garlic. Half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. 1/4 teaspoon. 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried thyme. 1/4 of a teaspoon of basil. Dry basil. I'm going to use 1/8 of a teaspoon. A little bit more of celery seed. 1/8 of a teaspoon of celery seed. 1/4 of a teaspoon oregano. I use the powdered oregano, but you could also use the other kind. That's more like a leafy oregano. Right? You're gonna need 1/4 a teaspoon of black pepper. 1/4 of a teaspoon of chili pepper. And of course, because this is Cajun, cayenne. 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne. I'm not gonna use a lot of cayenne because this stuff is powerful stuff too. And now, take a little whisk, mix it up. That's blackened seasoning. And what I do, the majority of it is gonna go onto the shrimps, right? Shrimp in here. Messy bag, right? Sprinkle it in there. You know what I forgot? I forgot to put some salt. But I'll sprinkle some salt on it as it's cooking. I rarely cook with salt. Put it in the Pepsi bag, shake it up. There goes my blackened seasoning on top of my shrimps. Put a little more. Now the meat is seasoned. Now we start the fire. Start the fire up. Put it on a high flame, right? Let that pan get hot. like to do with mine is make a little roux. Start with a roux of onions and peppers and celery. Season. Take my butter. Of course, this is a rich recipe. So we're gonna cook the not only the onions and peppers, but also the shrimp in it. So my blackened seasoning is not a traditional blackened seasoning, because blackened shrimp, because you really the thing about blackened shrimp is that it's like it's cooked hard. It's fried hard. So I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of celery. I told you I chop up all my stuff beforehand. And 1/4 cup onions and peppers. I'm gonna put some more than 1/4 cup. I'm gonna put 1/3 onions and peppers. I love onions and peppers. Good for you. Here we go. And I put a squeeze of garlic. Like a little bit. Some garlic in there. This meal can be eaten anytime. I told y'all before, I like breakfast. It can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Right? So now what I'm gonna do with the rest of the blackened seasoning, I'm gonna throw a little bit of sea salt in here, because I don't really use salted butter. I'm also gonna put some of this blackened seasoning on top of my roux. Oh, that smells so good. See that? Now, and that smells way better than Old Bay. You can smell it. If you smell it, you make it this way, you can smell it. I mean, much better. Now here we go with the shrimps. Alright? Let's throw them in here. So I add a little more butter. So it won't really stick to the pan because I don't like my stuff sticking. But even if it does stick, this little bit of like, I don't know, it's like a gravy type roux. You can put it on top of your grits. The shrimp don't take no time to cook. Quick, fast. So now I'm going to turn the flame down a little bit and let it cook up. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to turn on the water for the grits. shrimps are cooking on the other burner. For my grits, I use about a quarter of a bar of butter. Right? About a teaspoon of salt. I don't like to use too much salt. Again, I'm more okay with butter than I am with salt. And I bring it to a boil. So now we got the water boiling, right? I don't measure my grits. Once the water is boiling, I turn it down a little bit so it won't boil so much. I start pouring in my grits until it gets to the consistency that I like. But I also do something that a lot of people don't do. One, I put a half a tablespoon of heavy cream. I add my cheddar cheese in my grits mixture so that it can melt while it's cooking. And I like thick grits. I like my grits to be thick. I don't like it to be, I like it kind of creamy and thick. I don't put sugar. I don't know who puts sugar in their grits. It's disgusting. And I constantly keep my grits on a stir. You gotta be very careful with grits for the young people who are making grits, because this stuff will, like bubble on you, man, and that's a burn that you don't want. So I slowly stir my grits until it gets thick. It just takes a lot of patience. Also, grits tend to stick to the bottom of the pan, so that's why, I like to, keep stirring till the water evaporates. Like I said, it takes a lot of patience. And this is a very small pot. Like, if you're gonna make a big pot of grits, man, it's gonna take you some time. Smelling that blackened shrimp, and it smells so good, man. Don't skimp money on that smoked paprika. That smoked paprika, if you get some good smoked paprika, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Getting there with these grits. Tell you, I like my grits thick, and you can see right before your eyes it's thickening up. There we go. Still a little loose for me. In this little pot, I think I used about I probably used about a quarter of a cup of cheddar cheese, mild. Like, I don't use what they say on the instructions for grits. I make grits just water, butter, a little bit of salt, throw the cheese in. because it all depends. It's all about consistency, and then it all depends on how many people I'm making it for. I'm just making it for myself. I want a little bit more. There it goes. You know anything about grits? You gotta wait before you eat them. Now it's gonna be at the consistency I like it when it like kind of burps. It's gonna go, watch. One of the bubbles are gonna come up. There it goes. It's ready. Definitely ready. Look at that. Creamy grits. It's gonna be good. Right now, them shrimps is almost done. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. See that? It's gonna go perfect with my grits. All of that seasoning and all that flavor. It's gonna be wonderful. I can smell it. Woo!
And here we go with the taste test. Man, it smells so good in here. Gotta be extra careful because this is piping hot. Oh my God. This hot eats straight fat. You try it, it's gonna be the best grits you've ever had. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Please like, share, and subscribe.